This is an absolutely terrible car. And we know that because the internet tells us that MG-TFs are the worst car that money can buy. But what if they're actually not that bad? I doubt it. I'm going to go into this little wrap-up review of an MG-TF with all of the things that you see on the internet about how terrible these are firmly placed in my head. So when I go for a drive in this to go and get a coffee, I am expecting the subframe that the engine sits on to fall out because they rot to bits. I'm expecting the head gasket to go at least twice. It's definitely going to overheat. And I reckon the steering on it's going to be terrible, the brakes are going to be wooden, and the build quality is going to be crap. Because that's what the internet tells us. Who cares? I'm going to get the help of Google here to get some stats because I genuinely don't know anything about MG-TFs other than the fact that they're terrible. So according to the stats, because I'm all about the stats, they've got 115 horsepower, 1.6 K-series engine. They do 0 to 62 in 9.2 seconds. What else can I tell you about them? They make their peak power at 6,250 RPM. They're an inline 4-cylinder engine, obviously being a K-series. Top speed's 118 miles an hour. They made the TF apparently from 2002 through till 2005. That seems like 3 years too long. Yeah, it is what it is. On the bare bones of it, it is a 1.6 16-valve mid-engined rear-wheel drive soft sports car, you know, that iconic British power isn't everything kind of thing. And weirdly, at this angle from here, it doesn't look that bad. Anyone that knows me knows that I have a guilty pleasure when it comes to cars. And if you gave me any amount of money in the world, my dream car is a Rover 216 GTI twin cam with a Honda engine, because my dad had one when I was a kid and I loved it. And there's a lot of switchgear and stuff going on in this MG that reminds me of that. So it's already onto a bit of a winner with me. As you would expect from a terrible British sports car, the interior does smell a little bit foisty, but that doesn't matter because you're going to have the roof down and you can smell the beautiful British countryside and things. It's got some quite funky looking Mini Lite-ish wheels. One thing that I do know about MGs, thanks to the joys of the Toledo, is they've got a very weird PCD. And those wheels would actually fit on my Toledo. That's not a horrendous looking car in a kind of cutesy little way. I can't remember when, but I've certainly taxed worse. That's not bad. And it also has the famous floppy key. I love the floppy key. This is a perfect cold, grim, winter, miserable British morning to go out for a drive in a soft top. Let's go MGing. Apparently it's not got much fuel in it, but we'll find out. I'm gonna treat this to £10 worth of fuel. I think we've covered 100 yards so far and everything's okay. All right, so I'm surprised about that. Over the rattly, bumpy rubbish that's outside of our industrial estate, it didn't shake itself to bits. We are out on the open road in the worst £1,000 sports car in the world. It has brakes, they seem to work. I'm quite conscious that people will see me in this, but that's their problem. These can't be that bad. I reckon you could drift this. Oh, no. You couldn't drift it. That is foot to the floor acceleration. We got to 50 miles an hour then, with a full bore acceleration in second. What can I tell you immediately about this MG-TF? As a mode of transport, I am okay at this point. It's okay, it's all right. You have to look at this and appreciate how little money it is. You can pick these up for sub £1,000. You could buy this car, you could watch this video and go, I want that car, and you could buy this for £750. So you have to factor in that as a sub £1,000 purchase, already this is pretty good. People that have MX-5s and stuff will know that when you drive around at night with the roof down, it's really cool. And if you drove around in this at night with the roof down, I think it would be quite cool. I'm not sure how much I trust the tyres it's on. I'm certainly not going to be like flinging it down any roads, but the steering feels okay. The front doesn't really feel connected to the back. It feels like it does this rather than turning. But I'm not dead yet. It's very small. It hasn't overheated yet. And we've covered 1 mile. No one that I know has seen me. I do like a K-Series, weirdly. They're quite a revvy light engine and they rev match really well. This isn't that bad. This is all right. What can you buy these days for £1,000? Nothing. A good old rev match. Everyone's looking at me like, that guy's having so much fun. Yeah, I am. I'm having loads of fun in a sub £1,000. Let's find the rev limiter. 7. So what we're saying is the rev counter lies, and it doesn't do 8,000 RPM, it does 7. This is not bad. The internet was wrong. The internet was mega wrong. £1,000. You pick one of these up for £1,000. In this short snapshot, this is just as good as an MX-5. Oh my God, I've said it. I said it. I said the worst thing in the world. I said that for £1,000, like £1,000, imagine the standard of MX-5 that you could buy for £1,000. It would be appalling. You would buy the worst MX-5 in the world for £1,000, whereas you can actually buy a half all right MGTF. I'm even going to treat it to some fuel. Bye. Right, we are out into the countryside in an MGTF. What? Yeah, Scribble! This thing's all right. Oh! The handling is comedy. Obviously, you've got to understand that the handling's comedy and drive around it. I'm having a whale of a time. It's so nice not having to care about a car. Currently, I have travelled trouble-free miles in this MGTF, and the internet told me that wouldn't be possible. So far, I've covered 8 miles in it, and I haven't had a single overheating issue yet. And they've not been particularly nice miles either. Not that bad. These roads are so slippery at the moment. Something smells hot, but it's not this. Send it! Wah, wah, wah. Yes! Yep. Sub £1,000 MGTFs are approved. They are a vibe, they are what they are. They don't drive that bad. People should definitely stop hating on them. And I don't want this car, Paul doesn't want this car, but if you want this car, you can buy this car for £750. And now we're on, come on, go, go, go. I don't think you could buy a better car for 750 quid. Like, genuinely, we're not even scraping the barrel here. For 750 quid, this thing's banging. In fact, not even if it was double that, like if I paid 1,500 quid for this, I wouldn't think it was that shit. 8 miles now. 8 miles, and it's still in one piece. No one has seen me as well, so that's all good. I haven't been recognised at any point on this MG journey of discovery. Wang it around here, hope that no one's come in. Wah! It will not drift. It does not have the power for drift. Shift into drift. Yeah. This ain't bad. The internet is wrong. MGTFs aren't shit. They're just a little bit. It doesn't rattle, which is weird. Like, where's the rattles? There's not any rattles. What gear is that in? This ain't bad. I've driven bad cars. I own bad cars. Oh, God. I have driven and own bad cars. Does it? No, it doesn't. That would have been nice. That would have been a nice way to end the video, with a nice handbrake turn outside of the unit. In the confines of an industrial estate, obviously. That is not a bad car. The internet's only partially right. I don't mind it. You should buy it. You should buy this car. Now.